yeah, Connor Bedard who? Nah, we're not talking about Connor Bedard. We're going to win the Stanley Cup. No, I'm not going to say that. Not going to say that. It's been 2 games. 2 very good games. Okay, one of them was okay. This one was very good. The Vancouver Canucks have just played the best game they have played all season. And it comes against a Pittsburgh team that you could say was probably a little bit desperate to get themselves a win on this Western Canadian road trip after dropping games against the Oilers and the Flames coming into Vancouver Friday night. Pittsburgh was supposed to have an advantage here. They were hungry. They were playing a team on the second half of a back-to-back. Historically, the Canucks have not been good on the second half of back-to-backs, but hey, guess what happens? The Canucks, playing off against Sid, the Kid, Gino Malkin, Chris Letang, and all of them, they win 5-1. In fact, they were like 0.2 seconds away from the game actually being 6-1 in total. I am honestly kind of speechless. Was that the Vancouver Canucks that we had just watched? That team played with pace. They were covering backdoor lanes. Spencer Martin was fantastic in this one. And ultimately, John Garrett said that this is the first game this season that Vancouver allows fewer than 3 goals, which is kind of incredible when you really think about it. But at the same time, they hold off some of the most talented players in the world to only 1 goal against. And that 1 goal wasn't really anybody's fault. It was on the power play. It was a rebound in front. Actually, no, all 4 of the penalty killers were in the corner. So it's tough to label one specific guy being at fault for that goal, but certainly wasn't the goalie's fault. We definitely could not have said the same thing about Demko last night. But either way, let's go over this because the Vancouver Canucks legitimately played a really good game. And Spencer Martin was probably the guy warming up the bus to get things going here. It all starts out early on in the first when Ryan Poehling finds Rickard Rakell for a breakaway, and Spencer Martin stands tall. He saves the backhand deke, and this is I think 8 minutes into the game, something like that. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, that is a huge momentum-changing moment in the game right there. If Rakell scores, it's 1-0. Maybe the system is thrown off, maybe the mojo is thrown off, but Spencer Martin, not only did he make the save, but he looked amazing doing it. Super cool, super calm, super collected, and he just easily thwarts the puck over to the side. The Canucks then get themselves a power play. It's Josh Archibald to the box for holding Elias Pettersson. Andrei Kuzmenko almost scores on this sequence. He almost forced in a rebound on a Bo Horvat shot. But while the Canucks are on the power play in this first period, JT Miller takes a penalty on McGinn, which makes it 4-on-4, and then things get a little bit hectic. Malkin has a backdoor pass to Rust, and Rust fans on it. That was a dangerous scoring attempt. That doesn't go. Eventually, everything gets killed off. Then we have ourselves some love with some of the other members of the top 6. It's Connor Garland who has a fantastic shift with about 8 minutes to go in this first period. He started out a great rush by making a nifty spin to pass little move, and then he has a shot on goal before drawing a slashing penalty on Pierre-Olivier Joseph. And on this power play, man, it's the second unit that gets things done. They look pretty good. Great keeps at the line, great shot attempts. The Penguins kill it off, but the power play keeps on going. They still hold the puck as if they have a man advantage. Eventually, it's Connor Garland who throws it right in front. Mikheyev takes it on the side, and then he goes backdoor to Tanner Pearson, who scores. It's 1-0 Vancouver. Absolutely beautiful play. I said this on Twitter, I'll say it again. That was probably the best second power play unit cycling the Canucks have seen literally in a decade. There has not been too much efficiency with the Canucks second unit over the years, but with this unit here, Garland, Mikheyev, Pearson in front, it worked. It really did. Eventually, with 30 seconds left in the first period, it's JT Miller who draws a hooking penalty on Evgeny Malkin, and Malkin looks pretty pissed off about this one. The second period starts out, and the Canucks are on the power play for 1:30. Ryan Poehling for the Penguins while short-handed penalty killing. He tries a big rush to start off the second period. He wraps it around to nobody. It allows the Canucks to get the puck and go for a quick up pass. And guess what? It's Bo Horvat right down the right side. He's got Miller in front. It's a 2-on-1. Jarry is cheating so hard on the pass. Bo notices that and he goes easy. Top corner, short side, quick shot. It's in. It's 2-0 Vancouver. And the captain's got another one. Spencer Martin looks really good to start out the second period. Burrows goes to the box for holding the stick, and the Canucks kill off this power play, and the penalty kill itself looks really good too. This specific kill, Martin had a few stops on Sidney Crosby, which is always nice to see. We then had some really good shifts from Ilya Mikheyev. He almost scores a beautiful goal, dangling his way to the front of the net. He literally did this like twice this game, where he dangles by people and then just has the goalie to beat, but it gets stopped. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Ilya Mikheyev so far in this early season, especially in this early time frame when he's actually been a player available in the lineup. You then have yourselves JT Miller, who goes to the box. It's a high-sticking call on Sidney Crosby, and the Penguins then score their goal. It's a weird rebound. Martin plays it pretty well, but the rebound is on the side. Burrows isn't there to cover his man. It's Rickard Rakell who has an open at the shootout. It's 2-1, and it stays that way for the remainder of the second period. Now, Tyler Myers actually has a penalty at the end of the second. He goes to the box, but the Canucks end up killing it. But after the kill is complete, it's Connor Garland who takes a slap shot with like 1 second to go, and it goes in. But upon video review, it turns out that Garland's shot beat the goaltender just split seconds after the clock hit zero. It was like 0.2 seconds away from actually being a goal and making it 3-1 to start out the third period. But no, it's only 2-1. The goal doesn't count. And the Penguins, they get off to a flying start here in the third. They saw that goal that didn't go in, on time at least, and they were like, okay, we got to use that as motivation for fuel to pounce on this Canucks team, and man, they get some chances. Multiple grade A, high danger scoring opportunities in front. Spencer Martin is barely hanging on. There are 7 minutes of straight action with no commercial break because of an icing. Pretty frantic pace, honestly. This third period was definitely an entertaining one to watch. Even John Shorthouse noted it too. There was some good offense either way. Obviously, we had the Penguins' chances, and then JT Miller also had a great rush and a shot on goal. But an offside finally ends the long freaking shift at, I think it's like 10 minutes left to go in the third period. Eventually, though, coming back from the commercial break, it's Elias Pettersson who has a great steal in the offensive zone. He hands it over to Mikheyev, who comes in with a beautiful rush and a shot on the backhand. It doesn't go through, so Mikheyev goes to the point. Schenn takes a shot, and it's tipped in by Andrei Kuzmenko. 3-1 Vancouver with 9:32 to play here. That's Andrei freaking Kuzmenko with another tip-in goal, his third of the season. You love to see it because I dropped Valery Nichushkin in my fantasy league to get Kuzmenko at the beginning of the year, and with hindsight, I know I probably should not have done that, but hey, I have Kuzmenko, and he's been getting points, so it's nice to see him with the goal here in this frame. The Bruce there it is chance then gets started after that. Vancouver then goes on the power play after Josh Archibald takes a very ugly boarding call on Kyle Burrows, and Horvat almost scores right away. He has a backhand drive right in front. Then, on the next face-off, it's Horvat who wins it back. OEL, the long shot, and it gets by the goalie. It's in. It's 4-1. We thought at first that it was Bo Horvat who got the tip, but OEL is the guy who is awarded the goal on Sportsnet, so we'll see what exactly happens. I would like it if Bo got the tip because, yeah, I have him on my fantasy team as well. I mean, he already had a goal earlier on in the game, but getting a goal and another goal would be pretty nice too. At the very least, if he doesn't get the goal, he gets the assist because OEL took the shot off of the Horvat faceoff win. Eventually, on a 4-on-4 with OEL and Rust going to the box, it becomes an empty net situation where the Penguins pull their goalie with about 3 minutes to play, and then it's JT Miller off of a very beautiful play by Tyler Myers to stop a backdoor pass. Miller shoots it towards the empty net. It goes off a Chris Letang's stick and rolls in. 5-1 is the final score here. The Vancouver Canucks win, and they look really convincing doing it. This was the best game they have played all season, and it comes from a multitude of things. It comes from their physicality. It comes from the team actually standing up for each other and making it difficult for the opponents to really get settled in and make their plays. Spencer Martin showed up very well. You had clutch goal-scoring performances and grade A chances all around. They looked really good. This is not the same team that we had seen blow all those leads to start out the year, and this is what we've been saying the whole time. If they're playing their best, they're looking pretty good, so I don't know, man. That's the dopamine that I needed for today. High key. I've been getting screwed over in Hut Champs earlier today, so I needed a win like this to get my mood up and running again. But either way, talk to the comments on your thoughts about the Canucks beating the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's 5-1 here. A very convincing showcase. Bruce, there it is. 100%. 601 wins in his career, baby. And bye.